What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dudes Ascend, where we talk about how to elevate ourselves as men. My name is Hamilton, and we're on day 18 today. Now, before we jump into it, make sure you go ahead and click that like and subscribe button if you are enjoying this series, and comment below if you got any questions or comments or ideas about what you'd like to hear me talk about. Again, I want to say that I'm not a master on any of this. I'm just simply someone who has been working at recovering from porn addiction for years and made some pretty good progress and picked up some tips and tricks along the way from professionals and from people in 12-step programs and all that. So today I want to talk about avoiding anger. Anger is one of those trifecta of triggers that can really steer you towards your addiction, can make you much more vulnerable and to make you not think as clearly. So what I like to do when I feel myself getting angry is go take a walk around the block. I'll literally just walk out of my home, walk around the block, and while I'm walking, breathing. And also, I ask myself, what's really going on? What am I really feeling? Because 90% of the time, I've learned a lot about dealing with anger through the 12-step program and like my sponsors and just conversations at meetings and things. But 90% of the time, when I'm really angry about something and I'm sure that I'm right, I'm usually not. And also, usually there's a deeper feeling underneath the anger. I'm usually more truthfully sad about something, or upset, or frustrated, or afraid, and the sadness and the fear is usually feelings that are harder to accept within myself or to sit with. So anger sometimes will cover those things up. And when it's a deeper sadness, the more angry you get, right? But when I slow down and I really look at it and examine myself, typically I can figure out what those real feelings are and allow those sadnesses to surface. Pornography for me for a long time was a means of escaping sadness, not having to deal with it, putting a cap on certain feelings. For me, my father died at a very young age, and when I was very young, and that was a very hard thing for me to deal with. It was at an age I was only 3, and I just didn't have the emotional capacity to deal with the fact that my dad was dead. So I just kind of learned to not deal with it. And but there's a tremendous sadness there when I think about the loss of my father and not having him. And for a long time it was just this knee-jerk reaction to put a cap on that and just to not feel anything. So pornography was a great way of doing that. But I've started to learn, especially in the past year or so, really started to learn to allow myself to feel sad about things like that, and to cry sometimes if I need to, and I feel better afterwards. So yeah, and when I say avoid anger, it doesn't mean that you're never going to get angry. Anger is one of our primary emotions. Everybody is going to feel it at some point in time, but the key is to try not to react out of anger, to try not to allow your anger to make you explode, go off on somebody, say some things that you're going to regret. Or for an addict, many times relapses for me would correlate with getting angry at my wife or something, and then in that state of anger feeling justified to go act out with porn, right? To go, almost as kind of like a I'll show you kind of thing. And it just doesn't, it's not good. It's almost, you're almost never gonna make a good decision out of anger. And even if you have some grievances with someone, to be able to calm down first and then have a conversation is always going to lead to a better result. One other thing about the 12 steps program is, once you get a sponsor in that program, they actually will guide you through this really valuable process of writing out a whole list of your old resentments, and help you through this process of releasing resentments and anger that have built up over the years, or that you're holding on to and you haven't been able to let go of. And having someone who really understands guide you through that process is very valuable, and it's really helpful, and honestly something that anybody could benefit from, not just addicts. So yeah, that's my tip for today, day 18. Avoid anger. I'm feeling good today. It's a gorgeous day. I woke up and did a little meditation. I did have some sexual dreams last night, and so I woke up feeling charged from that, and doing the breathing exercises and meditating right when I woke up was helpful. I feel much better after doing that. And yeah, we're planning to go to the park today, and I'm just trying to place my mind in a place of gratitude and focusing on all the things that I have to be grateful for. And one thing is, I'm grateful that I've made it this far to day 18. I'm really starting to feel better, my baseline feeling state. So yeah, progress, not perfection. Take this thing one day at a time. If you have a slip, just be honest about it and be kind to yourself, and just start over. Start where you're actually from. But yeah, keep trying. Tell you, man, this is one of the hardest things I've ever tried to do. Probably the hardest thing I've ever tried to do is quitting porn. And so understand that it is insanely difficult, and people that succeed at it have probably failed thousands and thousands of times. But try not to even think about it as a failure. Try to focus on the progression, not the slip-ups. And anytime you slip, just add something new. Right? Today, think about avoiding anger and explore some of that for yourself. So that's my tip for today. Make sure you like and subscribe. My name is Hamilton. I'll see you guys next time on day 19. Peace.